नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली रब्बि यस्सिर वला तुअस्सिर व तम्मिम बिल खैर रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा आमीन या रब्बिल आलमीन। अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। Alhamdulillah, we have started the third type of murakkab, murakkabe naqis. This one is murakkabe ishari, demonstrative phrase. The demonstrative phrase is that phrase or compound which is the same like others, is the compound of two parts, is the compound of two munfarid ism, asma, is the compound of two words. So when one noun points out another noun, and by combining both, the compound that is formed is called murakkabe ishari. Like the same, in previous murakkabat, we have combined two parts. We have combined two munfarid asma. We have combined two of the words to make one compound. So this is the same, but here murakkabe ishari indicates, points out towards something or some another noun. In this connection, the examples are here. Hazal kalamu, this pen. Tilka sa'atu, that watch. Haulai irrijalu, these men. So, from the examples, we find the two words, mufarid, two words. One is ismul ishara, while other is musharun ilay. Ismul ishara is the word which points out, which indicates, to which we point out the noun, another noun, any other thing. And musharun ilay is that noun which is being pointed out, which is being indicated. So, two of the parts, murakkabe ishari is divided into two parts. One is ismul ishara and another is musharun ilay. Ismul ishara and musharun ilay. Ismul ishara, demonstrating pronoun, and musharun ilay, demonstrated pronoun or noun. Basically, in Arabic language, you know, all the pronouns are the part of a noun. So, all these are the asmaul ishara. All these are the nouns. However, in English, these are called pronouns separately. So, these two parts, these two munfarid, mufarrid, separate words when are joined becomes compound, becomes murakkabe ishari, demonstrative pronoun. And like murakkabe tawsifi, like the previous murakkabe tawsifi we learned, Mawsoof and Sifat, it has got four of the different aspects where the words are in coordination. The compound is in coordination. So we have to find the coordination of this murakkabe ishari compound demonstrative phrase in the number. There's a coordination of number. Al-adadu means if ismul ishara is singular, no doubt musharun ilayh will be singular. If ismul ishara is dual, we'll find musharun ilayh also dual. If ismul ishara in plural, no doubt we'll have musharun ilayh also the plural. This is the coordination of number. This is the first point, al-adadu. And the gender, al-jinsu, means whether masculine or feminine, tazkir or tanis, muannas or muzakkar, there's also coordination. And when we see that ismul ishara, if it is mudhakkar, masculine, the musharun ilayh will be masculine. If the ismul ishara is feminine, muannas, the musharun ilayh will be feminine, muannas. So again there's the coordination, similarity, equality of this gender, al-jinsu, you'll find in murakkabe ishari. So in number, in gender, and the capacity, al-wusat, where we have learned the definite and indefinite nouns, marfa and nakra. So according to wusat, according to marfa and nakra, again you'll find the coordination. If the noun ismul ishara is marfa, here remember one point, that all the ismul ishara are already marfa. There's no any ismul ishara nakra. So all the ismul ishara are marfa, and now for coordination we have to make musharun ilayh also marfa, whether with lame tarif, muarraf bil lam, alif lam, or with a proper noun. Whatever the position of the noun is, that must be in marfa. So you'll find hala already marfa, and al-kalamu, al-kalamu, this is marfa with al, lame tarif, muarraf bil lam, alif lam. As-sa'atu, ar-rijalu, you'll find al in all these ismul musharun ilayh. Ismul ishara are already marfa, and you have to make marfa the musharun ilayh. Musharun ilayh will also be marfa. So this is the capacity. Again, the coordination of al-wusatu. In the very last, the case ending or al-i'rab. Here, there's also coordination, but all the asmaul ishara are mabni. There's no changing in them. So, you know that in beginning, ismul ishara is at the place of rafa or marfu. So, this is mahlan marfu. Mahlan marfu means whatever the position we say, there's no dhamma or rafa position. This pesh, whether in tanween or single, but you'll find this hada or ismul ishara in mabni position. It will not change. It will not be changed. Hada remains hada always, but it is at the place of marfu, nominative case, at the place of subject. So it is mahlan marfu. Again, al-kalamu is, you will find that marfa with both marfa becomes murakkabe ishari. So this is the position of case ending al-i'rabu, means all the asmaul ishara will be mahlan marfu when they are in the beginning, and after them there is marfa, noun, musharun ilayh, demonstrated noun. If there's a demonstrated noun, then you will find that is in marfa position, and before the ismul ishara demonstrating pronoun will be also the marfa. It will be considered marfa, rafa in it's a mahlan, and at the place of, and marfu at the place of marfu position. So you will find that in all cases, in number, in gender, in capacity, in case and in al-i'rabu, there is coordination. And these asmaul ishara are further divided into two of the forms, two of the positions, asmaul ishara karibu and asmaul ishara baidu. Some asmaul ishara are used for nearness, and some of the asmaul ishara are used for far and away at distant position. So look at those examples. Yes, so look at these examples. Demonstrative pronouns for near distance. Asmaul ishara lil karibu. Asmaul ishara lil karibu. And these are hadhi. This one is feminine. This, meaning this in English. Hazihi, hatani, these. Hataini, haulai. Hatani, these for two. Hataini, these for two. And haulai, these for all. So this is the feminine. Hazihi, hatani, hataini, haulai. And this is masculine. Mudakkar. This is muannas, this is mudakkar. haza, hazani, hazaini, haulai. And haza again, this is singular for this, and hazani, hazaine for these, and haulai for these all. Hazani, hazain for two. And hazihi, haza, both masculine, feminine, singular, all cases, means for nominative case, for accusative case, for genitive case. While this one hatani and hazani, dual for nominative case only, and dual accusative and genitive case are hataini, hazaini, and plural for all cases haulai. Haulai for feminine, haulai for masculine, and haulai for all cases nominative, accusative, genitive. So this is Asmaul Ishara Lil Karibu, the words, the pointing, demonstrating pronouns which are used for nearness. Let's go towards the distant. Yes, look at these examples. These are the demonstrative pronouns for far or away distance. Asmaul Ishara Lil Ba'id. So that those are in English. Feminine are tilka, tanika, tainika, ulaika. Tilka is singular, tanika, tainika, dual, and ulaika, plural. So for masculine, zaka or zanika, zalika, zaka, zalika, basically zaka, little bit far, and zalika, away, far away. Zanika and Zainika, dual, ulaika, again there's no difference. Ulaika here, plural is the same for feminine and masculine. So this one is again tilka and zalika are singular, and they are used singular for all cases, whether nominative, whether accusative, or genitive. So that is the meaning in English. Tanika, tainika, zanika, zainika. So this tanika and zanika, zalika, zanika for masculine, tilka, tanika for feminine. This is dual nominative case. While tainika and zainika for dual accusative and genitive case. While, as I said, ulaika is the word for feminine and masculine plural, and it is used for all cases, whether nominative, accusative, or genitive. In this connection, there are some exceptions as well, because when plural word is used for Jama Mukassir, plural word is used for Jama Mukassir or Taskir. You know, in previous classes, we have learned that singular and feminine ishara, asmul ishara is used. How it becomes, and some other words as instead of zalikuma, zalikum, and others which are especially used in Holy Quran. We have to look at those rules, we have to look at those examples. So let's go. Yes, look at this rule and the example. If there is broken plural, Jama, Taskir, or Mukassir, intelligent being, for intelligent being, demonstrative pronoun ismul ishara can be used whether in plural or in singular feminine. Means if there's akil, jama akil, not ghair akil, and it is jama mukassir for akil, then you have choice whether you use plural ismul ishara or you may use the singular but feminine. Examples are here. Haulai rijalu. Haulai is the plural ismul ishara for rajulun, the plural rijalu. So hazihi rijalu, whether you use hazihi rijal or haulai rijalu, this is the choice for you. Like the same, this is ulaika rusulun. Ulaika rusulu or tilka rusulu. Ulaika plural one and tilka singular feminine. You have choice for ghair akil, not ghair akil but akil, human beings, intelligent being. Zul akul, for zul akul you have this choice. And the other rule, if there is broken plural jama mukassar for non-intelligent being, ismul ishara, demonstrative pronoun, a noun can be used only in singular feminine. Here you have no choice, only feminine and singular ismul ishara will be used for ghair akil, for non-intelligent being, for non-human being. So for ghair akil, ghair zul akul. Examples are here. This is Ali Imran 143. Tilkal ayamu. Yawmun, ayamu is the plural and ayam is the ghair akil, no akil. This is not intelligent being. So only tilka is used. The meaning will be those all days. Those all days. And Surah Ankabut, tilkal amsalu. Again, here's ghair akil and you have no choice. Tilka is only used singular feminine. If you use ulaika, it will go wrong. So, those examples. And tilka hududullahi. Again, the limits is ghair akil. So, tilka is used. Those limits of Allah. Surah Baqarah 229. So, these are the examples from the Holy Quran for plural, for not sound plural, but this is the broken plural, not jama salim, but jama mukassir or taskir. These are the examples. For jama salim, only plural with plural, singular with singular is used. And some, as I narrated, as I said, that some of the asmaul ishara which are used, zalika, zalikuma, zalikum, like this. So those examples are mostly used in Quran Kareem. So look at those examples of zalikum, and there's no difference, but only why kuma kum are used. We have to look at those examples. Yes, look at this rule of the example. If there is demonstration or indication for somebody, here somebody mean not towards somebody, not the indication towards somebody, but when I tell someone, and that is almost Zamir Mutakallim, first person tells the second person Zamir Mukhatib or Zamir Hazir, that and telling the second person and indicates to us something or somebody, that is called musharun lahu. That is called musharun lahu. This is the third thing besides, except two of the things. One is ismul ishara and another is musharun ilay. But this one is musharun lahu, means whom we tell about the indication, that we indicate, we demonstrate, we point out somebody. So in this connection, some of the examples from the Holy Quran are given here. The first is dual tasniya, zalika. Zalika becomes zalikuma. Now there's no difference of meaning. Remember this point. No difference of meaning in all these examples. Only the words are used in with synonyms, you may say, are in the same position. Zalikuma mimma allamani rabbi. This is from Surah Yusuf, ayah number 37. Zalikuma, instead of zalika, zalikuma is used here. In this connection, see the jama, plural, zalika becomes zalikum. Zalikuma is dual, zalikum is plural. Wafi zalikum bala'um min rabbikum azimun. This is from Surah Baqarah, ayah number 49. So this word zalikum is the same meaning with zalika. Zalikuma here with the same meaning of zalika. There's no difference between the meanings. There's no difference. These are the same, but the words in the Holy Quran are used. And dual tasniya for muannas, tilka is used, you know, and tilka becomes tilkuma. And for plural, that becomes zalikunna. For plural muannas, that becomes zalikunna. Tilkuma, zalikunna. So, see the example of dual first. Alam anhakuma an tilkuma kumashajarati. Alam anhakuma an tilkuma shajarati. Tilkuma means tilka here. Tilka shajarati. And for plural, fazalikunna allazi lumtunnani fi. Surah Yusuf 32. This is from Surah Araf. You may find that these words are used instead of tilka, zalika, zalika, and they have the same meanings. There's no any difference between the meanings. There's no any difference. So these are the words which are especially mostly used in Quran Kareem. Now one example, that we have ishara and musharun ilay. But sometimes musharun ilay has sifat. And sifat has the same characteristics, the four things which we counted, whether singular, in whether number, gender, capacity, wusat, or in araf, that will be the same. Example is here, hazar rajulu lusadiku. Haza singular, rajulu singular, sadiku singular. Haza muaraf, marfa, rajulu marfa, and this sifat becomes also marfa. This is the point. Remember into your mind that if you do not give alif lam, or you may not make this marfa, then it will not be the part of this murakkabe ishari. It will go to the jumla ismiya, that will go wrong. If you are making jumla ismiya, we'll learn in times to come. That is another construction, that is another formation. But according to the murakkabe ishari, this is the formation. There's coordination in musharun ilay and sifat, demonstrative, adjective. So with this we end our class here, and inshallah we'll be again here for you in times to come with a new lesson. Jazakallahu khaira.